All right, let's get started, guys. Welcome to this exciting session. My name is Aryan Gotbi. I'm a senior program manager on the Windows app model.
Hey, my name is Vladimir Postel, and I'm a program manager in the Windows app model team as well.
We're very excited to show you how you can get more from your existing enterprise apps on Windows 10. So let's see what we're going to cover today. So the first thing first, we're going to talk about simplified deployment and distribution, and then trustworthy installs, and we're going to say how WinRAR and DLL conflicts are resolved as a result. Then we're going to talk about migration of your existing apps and your user data. That is very critical to all enterprises. And then how you can integrate with Win10 features and APIs, and gradual migration to UWP at your own pace. And last but not least, we're going to show you how you can take advantage of modern DevOps with Visual Studio Mobile Center. Okay, let's jump right in. So just a show of hands, how many people here are IT administrators? Okay, about half the room. And how many are developers here? Great, the other half. That's a fantastic split. So we all care about users. There are some user challenges. Just another show of hands, how many people have had somebody come up to them and ask, hey, where can I get this piece of software from? Or what share is it on? Anyone? Yeah, about a quarter to a third of the room. So yeah, that's a big challenge. And there are other challenges, so let's go through some of them. So discovery is an obvious one. Another one is, I'm sure you've had people ask you, hey, can you come elevate for me because I need to install this simple app on my machine, which shouldn't require administrator rights, but they still do it. And then users go out of, their apps are out of date, and they don't know where to get updates or when to check for updates. And then last but not least, when they uninstall the app, the app leaves a bunch of files behind, and their PC is all of a sudden getting full, and they don't have any more space. So these are some of the user challenges. The next is developer challenges. So for the half of the room that are developers here, maintaining your installer tech, you have to keep up to date with all of this, or pick the right installer for your app. And then providing auto updates. How many people here have written an auto update or have considered writing an auto update here? Yeah, a few people. I know the rest have thought about it, but it is a complex problem, and it's a challenge. And then for developers, I know you have had a challenge around DLL conflicts and WinRAR. So DLL conflict or DLL hell. This is when your app depends on a specific library, and all of a sudden that library is gone because another app deleted that file, or the user mistakenly deleted that file, and now your app doesn't run anymore. And then WinRAR is when you have a lot of registry keys being written into the registry over time, and these registry keys go into the memory and slow down the user's machine over time. And we all know that impacts the users and the developers at the same time. And then trustworthy distribution. I'm sure we've all had the beautiful pleasure of downloading an app and then getting an unwanted toolbar that comes with it unknowingly. And that sucks. All right, for the administrators, we talked about distribution. And then Windows 10s. So for Windows 10s, you can only get apps from the store. But what if you don't have your app in the store? Windows 10s is no longer an option for you, and that's another challenge. And with Windows 10s, you get speed, security, and other things that you would want for your enterprise. And security and privacy, obviously, very important to all enterprises. So Vlad likes to call me a pessimistic guy, and that's why I just told you about all these challenges, but he's more optimistic than me. So Vlad.
Thank you, Aryan. So now that Aryan thrown you all these challenges, once you migrate your solution to Windows 10, you can solve a lot of these challenges. On Windows 10, you don't have to build an installer. Yes, you don't have to build an installer on Windows 10. We created an easy path for you to the Universal Windows Platform and to the Microsoft Store for Business, or to the Windows Store. In the first step, we package your application as an Apex. It's a modern application package, and we will show you in this session plenty of options how you can do it easily. Once you package your application as an Apex, you can immediately leverage from simplified and trusted deployment, automated updates, differential downloads, which means that if you release an update for your app, let's say for 5 megabytes, once your application is 100 megabytes, we will download just this 5 megabytes. Then once you package your application, you can distribute immediately to the Microsoft Store for Business. In the next step, you can modernize your solution further with Windows 10 APIs, such as push notifications, integration with Cortana, lifetiles. You can modernize your UI. You can build cross-devices experiences with Microsoft Graph and many others. So this is the path that we built for you in the platform. The general idea here is that you can bring your existing solution without having to rewrite your code forward. We give you the opportunity to take your existing code that you developed for years and bring it forward. In the first step, we package your app as an Apex, and you can do it directly from Visual Studio, or there are plenty of tools that we gonna demo in this session. Then you can enhance your app once you package your app as an Apex and add Windows 10 APIs, such as notification, lifetiles. Then you can extend it even more by adding a UWP component and adding a background task or app services to keep your users more engaged with your app. Then, at your own pace, you can move more and more code from your desktop solution to the UWP part, and you can do things like take your existing classic UI and replace it with XAML modern interface, including the Fluent Designer that you probably saw in other sessions. Then eventually, once you moved all your code to the UWP component, you can reach all and target all Windows 10 devices, including HoloLens, Xbox, and other new devices that are going to come in the future.
I have a question for you, Vlad. So do I need to be a UWP app in order to go to the Windows Store or for Microsoft Store for Business?
No. In the first step, once you package your app as an Apex, your existing desktop app that you built 20 years ago, you can right away go and distribute it through the Microsoft Store for Business or to the Windows Store.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So just to show you how popular the desktop bridge is, we have more than 1,000 apps that have already been migrated and are publicly available in the Windows Store. And just to show you how important this technology is to Microsoft itself, Office, the real Office, the thick client, is available in the Windows Store for Windows 10s users and Windows Insiders today. And that's a screenshot from the Windows Store that you can see it is available. So our biggest and the most important product that we have today is available in the Windows Store. Okay, so Vlad talked about conversion options, and Desktop App Converter is our free tool. Yes, it's free, that is available in the Windows Store. It is a command line tool. I like command line, and Vlad thinks it's ugly, but I still like it. And I'll show you a demo of what the desktop converter looks like and how it works. We'll go into the details there. Your next option, if you like to have more UI or you work out of Visual Studio and you are more comfortable there, you can use Visual Studio for your packaging, and Vlad is going to show you a demo as to how easy it is to do it through Visual Studio. And if you prefer to use any of the third-party tools that are available, and we're showing them on the screen here for you, or if you're already working with these tools, you can easily update your tool and use their packaging projects which already support the desktop bridge. Okay. So before we jump into the demo, a couple of playground rules that we need to talk about. So first thing first, if you have a .NET app, you need to make sure that it runs on .NET 4.61, which ships inbox on Windows 10. Next is that your app cannot require to run elevated privileges. And that goes back to our promise, the Windows Store promise, that we won't require elevation if you want to install from the store. Then you cannot install kernel mode drivers or NT services, and this is our security promise. We also recommend that you don't use local app data for communication between your apps, and that's WinRAR and DLL conflicts that we talked about earlier that addresses that. And then last important point here that I want to highlight is that your app cannot write to the install directory. and that's to make sure that the user system, we do the clean uninstall, and that promise is delivered. There are other rules that are not highlighted here. The full list is available on the MSDN page, and the link is in the presentation, which you can download after the session. Okay, enough talking. Let's look at some demo. So my favorite app is the desktop app converter. So, oops, not this one. Okay, so this beautiful UI tool, again, I downloaded it from the Windows Store, and I have pinned it to my taskbar here. I'm just going to show you the command line parameters that I passed here. Pretty straightforward. So we have the installer, the location of the installer, which is, in this case, we're going to use the MSI for Vlad's favorite app. It's Photo Store. He loves it. He's going to talk to you about it all day long. And then the destination is where your packaged app is going to be stored. The package name, so whatever you want to name your package. Publisher, that's your enterprise. The version number, and a couple of optional parameters here that I'm passing. Make Apex, which is a tool shipped with the Windows SDK, which basically helps you package your files into a .apex file. And then signing is, this is mostly for testing purposes, where the desktop app converter will sign the application for you, so you can sideload it and run it locally. And then last is verbose, so we can walk through it. All right, so let me kick it off. So what's about to happen here, the first thing first is that the desktop app converter is checking for my SDK tools to make sure they're up to date and they're matching my version. After that, it does a bunch of checks on the parameters to make sure they're right. And then it kicks off a virtual environment. This virtual environment is a clean environment to start with. Your installer then is ran inside that environment. And then the desktop app converter just sits on top of that, just monitoring the system for any changes in the file system, in the registry, and then captures that. That is your package, basically. So we can see here that the isolated environment is done, so the installation is done. And now it's creating a virtual file system for you. And this is this ships within your package, the virtual file system. These are files that your app is dependent on or is writing to disk to be dependent on later on. And then the last thing that it does is does a similar thing for the registry. So it creates a virtual registry for you and puts all the keys that your app writes to the real registry into a private one. I want to iterate on this, that the virtual file system and the virtual registry, they're private for your app. So no other app has access to it. The user cannot modify the data inside that because this is within your install directory and it's locked down. So you won't have any DLL conflicts or any other things. And then the last step that we missed here because it was too quick, it ran make Apex, which basically packaged my app, and it did a bunch of checks for any dependencies that my installer is installing, like vclibs or others. Okay. How fast was that? I was talking slower than the conversion process. So let me show you what the output looks like here. So I created this right now here. So Photo Store. And so this is the Apex that was generated. And then this is the certificate that was used to sign it. But let's look at the package layout for a second. For those of you who are not familiar with the Universal Windows Platform apps, this assets folder basically is where all your icons are. This is automatically generated by the desktop app converter for you at the right sizes and everything. And then the Photo Store setup is basically where my MSI was writing to the real disk. So the desktop app converter captured that and now put it inside my package. VFS, we talked about, is the virtual file system, and just to show you what it looks like inside here. So my installer is writing files to common app data, System x64, Windows, and there could be a bunch of other folders that your installer is writing to, and they will be all captured and put on their VFS here. I'm going to skip on Apex manifest here for a sec, and we're going to come back to it. Registry.dat, this is your private hive, we talked about that. So in this case, it's 80 kilobytes, so the user doesn't have to worry about that. And a few files that are specific to my resources. So this ensures transparency and amongst other things. Again, this is all automatically generated for you by the desktop app converter. OK, I promised to come back to the Apex manifest. So let me show you here. So this is the Apex manifest for my app, Photo Store demo. So I'm not going to go into too much detail here, because Vlad is going to talk about this as well. But a couple of key points that I want to highlight here is that after your conversion, your app will have identity. And that's a pretty key feature, and it will unlock a bunch of things that Vlad is going to touch on in here in a second. A bunch of this metadata is what we passed on through the desktop app converter, so they're just captured here. And then this Apex manifest basically defines the behavior of the deployment and runtime of my app. So not only it has identity, it tells me which executable to start with and what assets to use for the tile that shows up on the start menu and so on and so forth. OK, so that was my beautiful app. And now Vlad is going to show you other things.
Let's go back to the slides. So how many of you guys use Visual Studio? Raise hands, please. Third of the room. OK, so I'm really excited to introduce you to the Windows Application Packaging project that is now available in Visual Studio 2017 preview. It allows you to package your application directly from Visual Studio as an Apex, and it takes just a few clicks. It can work on your WinForms app, on your WPF, or even MFC apps. Once you package your app in Visual Studio as an Apex, you can also leverage from the advanced features that are open today just for UWP apps. You can configure your assets, or you can edit your manifest that defines the behavior of your application at runtime and deployment, and you can add extensions point. You can associate it with the store and many others. So let me show you a quick demo how I take my WPF app that I built several years ago and package it as an Apex in Visual Studio. So let me switch to my machine here. So this is my photo store app. It's a WPF app. It's pretty simple. Let me run it and show you how it works.
I told you he's going to talk about this app all day long. He loves it.
So as you can see, you can select different pictures here. You can even edit them. You can rotate, black and white. You can crop. Yeah. And then you can upload them. It goes to the server. So it's pretty simple app. Pay attention to this upload button, because we're going to add some code here and basically enhance this application. So let's see how we package it. Let's see how easy it is to package our application from Visual Studio. So I'm going to right-click on the solution here. Then I'm going to go to Add, New Project. So this is my new project, Windows Application Packaging Project. I'm going to call it Photo Modern Package. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to select the latest SDK. I'm going to hit OK again. Now it creates me my packaging project. Now I have this application node here. All I have to do is to reference from here to my WPF app. I'm going to check this checkbox. And that's it. Now when I set this project as a startup project, it's going to create for me the Apex package. And I'm going to prove it for you. So how I'm going to prove it to you? I'm going to add quickly a Windows 10 API. I'm going to add a notification that now it's a Windows 10 API that once I package as an Apex, I can leverage, and it's going to give us a proof that we run in an Apex context. So I'm going to unmark this code. And in the upload button, remember I mentioned it, so in this upload function, I'm going to show a toast. So I'm going to show our users that once the upload succeeded successfully, and notify them that the upload succeeded. What else we have here in this project? So we have assets, like modern application. We have this Apex manifest. If I double-click on it, we have the visualizer here that we can configure directly from the UI all the capabilities, declarations, the visual assets, all the integration points with Windows 10. The manifest defines the behavior of our app in runtime and in deployment. It allows us to add more features and better extensibility model to Windows 10. Our application also has an identity, like Aryan mentioned. So the identity allows the system to uniquely identify our application. And just by having an app identity, we can call many other Win10 APIs. And if I'm going to look at the manifest here, so I'm going to look at the code, I'm going to show you the identity consists just from few attributes here in the manifest. So it's this node here, the name, the publisher, the version, and the app ID here under the applications. It includes the app ID because we can have more than one application in our package. So let's hit F5 and see how it works.
I still think the desktop app converter was faster than this.
Don't forget, we already extended our application with some Windows 10 API, and we basically delight our users. So our users will love it.
So notifications is only available to Windows 10 users, or is it backwards compatible?
It's available to Windows 10 users, yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to add the picture here to the cart now. And once I hit on the upload button, boom.
Woo!
The upload finished successfully.
Nice.
So
that was quick.
We can see the notification here.
Very nice.
Yeah, let's move back to the slides. Oops.
I got it. OK. So now that you have a packaged app, what do you do with it? You need to distribute it. So let me talk to you about the Microsoft Store for Business and Education. So what can you do for Microsoft Store for Education? It's your one-stop shop to find, acquire, distribute, and manage. So first, you can find first-party and third-party products, and that includes your LOB or line of business apps. And you can publish them, you can acquire them, even if they're paid apps. And it depending on your organization's agreements, you can get different pricing, volume discounts, and et cetera, et cetera. And then you can distribute your app through various options. And we'll get to the various options in the next slide. And then the last thing that you can do, or last but not least, is that you can manage, which means you can manage your users, what apps to go where, and how the licensing should be managed for each of your users. So distribution. The distribution options there's three, actually more than three, but we'll touch on three here. The first option is the private store. What that is that when your users in your org open the Windows Store, they'll see the consumer store just as it is. And then if they're logged in with their AAD credentials, they will see an extra tab that is private to your organization. And all the users in your organizations will see all the apps published under that tab. I'll show you a demo of that shortly here. The next option that you have is direct assignment. So if I don't want all the users in my org to see a specific app, I can directly assign it by using their email address, and they'll get an email. And then when they open it, they can install it from the store, and nobody else can see that. And then the last option is MDM integration. So if any of you guys here are using Intune, SCCM, or other MDM providers, you can just plug that into the Microsoft Store for Business and use your existing distribution options with the Microsoft Store for Business and Education. OK, I promised a demo. OK. Let's switch feeds here. So the URL to go to the business store is businessstore.microsoft.com. It's easy to remember. And I'm just going to show you how what the portal looks like and what the tab that I was talking about will look like. So while this is loading, oh, it actually loaded quickly. So if you don't already have an account, you can just use this middle tile in here to sign up. There's a free trial, so if you want to just give it a shot and just test it around, feel free to do it. I'm just going to quickly sign in here. Ooh. What happened here? OK, so under Manage, you'll see a series of options that we touched on earlier in the presentation. So you can see products and services, billing, so your different payment methods. You can manage devices from here, order history. You can add more users and assign them permissions, so that's here. And then under Settings, under Distribute, is where you can add your existing management tools. So this is available for you. I encourage you to go to businessstore.microsoft.com, sign up for a free account, and try it out. All right, and then I said I'm going to show you what the private store looks like. So if I open the Windows Store, I will see all the regular tabs that all the consumers will see, and then I see the Contoso Ignite tab here. And if I click on it, you will see that I have 2 apps published here privately, so it's only available to my Contoso Ignite organization, and I only have Sway and OneNote. So that's another distribution mechanism there. OK, so now you've distributed your app through the store, but then there's a problem that we haven't even discussed yet. And that problem is your users might have the old version of your app, the unpackaged version of your app, on the machine, and then they get the new version of the app or the packaged version of the app on the machine as well. Now they have 2 of the same. So how do you deal with that problem? And I'm going to show you here in a second. For the developers in the room, the good news is that you can just use the same code base that you have today and generate 2 different packages. One is an unpackaged app, or a Win32 app, and the other one is the Windows app package, or the .appx file that we showed you earlier how you can create. And that's generated from the same code base. In the example that I showed for the desktop app converter, we took the MSI, that is basically the unpackaged app, and we generated the .appx from it. So no need to change your code here. Now, let's say the unpackaged app is installed on your Windows 7 machines, and the packaged app is installed on the Windows 10 machine. And now Johnny here wants to upgrade to Windows 10. They go ahead and upgrade their machine. They still have the unpackaged app, and they have that little pin there is their taskbar pin, because it's their favorite app. And that little document there is their app settings, so that migrates with them. But then they go ahead and install the packaged app. Again, the problem that I was alluding to is now they have the 2 of the same on their machine, and it could be confusing for users. Great news is that we have a feature that you can use. It's an extension that goes inside the Apex manifest. And again, that's the deployment behavior that we're defining in the Apex manifest, which when defined, it will reroute the user's pins and start tiles to point to the packaged app. So if your user doesn't know which app to launch, they just click on their user pin, and it will launch the packaged app automatically. And they won't know what happened there. And it's fine, because the app looks the same. Next, from your packaged app, you can actually do the data migration from the previous app to the new app on first run. And then from the first launch of the app as well, you can uninstall the unpackaged app. And look, we have a happy Johnny over there with 1 version of the app with their pins and their document and their settings all preserved. So everyone's happy now. Just to show you that I'm not lying here, I'm going to run a quick demo here. So I've gone ahead and created a virtual machine, a Windows 7 machine. And I'm going to log in here to show you the same MSI that we used for the demo earlier can be installed on a Windows 7 machine. Vlad loves this app, so I'm going to continue using it throughout the app, throughout the presentation. So he's happy. Look at him, he's smiling. All right. So notice how long it's taking for this app to install, and that's because it was doing a permission check. Now I have to ask an administrator to come over my shoulder and elevate for me. Painful, right? So let me just use the administrator account. I've already hacked the account. OK, there we go. And just to show you, the app runs, and it's beautifully working. But there are no Win10 features, which kind of sucks. I'm going to pin this to the taskbar. So now it's available here, too. And this is Johnny with his favorite app, the Photo Store app, which is everyone's favorite now. So that's your Windows 7. Now imagine Johnny upgrades to Windows 10. And that's this VM, right? And there's his pin. And it is the same app. I'm going to launch it and show you here that it does launch, and it runs fine. Notice the top bar over there. It says Desktop App Photo Store at the very top here. As soon as I install the packaged app, that will change. So I want you to pay attention to that. I'm going to close the app just for now. And notice the taskbar pin is still there. And I already have access to the Photo Store demo app that I submitted to the Microsoft Store for Business, but it doesn't appear under the Private Store tab because I directly assigned it to myself. So I'm the only one who can see it. If you notice, it says Contoso Ignite owns this product, and you can install it on this device. So I'm going to go ahead and install it. OK. So as part of the installation, what's about to happen here, if it starts soon, hopefully, what's about to happen here, it's going to download the package, and then at the very last stage of the download, it's going to look for the previous app. And that's defined in the Apex manifest. And the taskbar pin, it's going to do a quick flash. And you'll see it here in a second. And what that does is basically replacing the pin. I don't know if you guys caught it, but the flash was there. So I'm going to go ahead and launch it from the pin. So again, Johnny doesn't know what happened there. He just installed the app, but the pin is still there. Notice how when I hover over it, it says it's on the bridge. But I'm going to just open it for you to just show you. And notice the top bar here, now that it says Desktop App on the bridge. So it is a packaged app. And now it's asking me if I want to migrate my previous data. And we've gone ahead and implemented a bunch of photos that I saved. And there you go. Migration is done. And then the next thing is uninstalling the previous version. I'm going to say yes to that. And it's going to kick off the same MSI that was used for installation for removal. And this is just your uninstall string for the developers in the room. That's just the uninstall string in the registry. All right. So now, if I go to the Start menu, there we go, I will see one app, and that's the latest and the greatest, from the Windows Store. My pin is there, and my data and all my photos are showing up. And that was a very smooth transition, and the user didn't have to do anything other than installing the app from the store. OK. Let me switch back to the slides. Vlad, you got something more to say?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So let me recap a little bit what we had till now. We packaged our application as an Apex. We distributed it to the Microsoft Store for Business. And we migrated all our state from our previous app, such as user data, the pins, and the tiles. So what we can do next, we can modernize our application further. Our application is already part of the universal Windows platform, and our app has an identity, as I said before. It allows the system to uniquely identify our app, and the system can update it, shut our process down, or activate it. Just by having the app identity allows to call Windows 10 APIs that we couldn't do before, such as live tiles or notifications. We also have a manifest, and the manifest defines the behavior of our application in runtime and in deployment. The manifest makes it easier for us to integrate with Windows 10. We can add features such as app services to expose a certain functionality of our application to other applications in the system. We can add background tasks to be triggered on some system event or something changing. In the past, Win32 apps can be just in two states, running or not running. In the background task can be run code just when it's needed. So it's very efficient on resources on the device and battery life. We can add XAML UI and modernize our application with the Fluent design. We can build cross-devices experiences with the Microsoft Graph. And we basically can do everything a pure UWP can do. We can leverage from both worlds. We can still keep our application that we built for years that our users love and be exposed to the new Windows 10 features that we are building for you. So let me show you a few demos how we can take our WPF app and further modernize it. I will add the Windows Hello API to it, and I'm going to show you another demo of an MFC app that were built probably 20 years ago and add a push notification. So how many of you familiar with Windows Hello? Okay. Third of the room. So Windows Hello, it's our enterprise story on Windows 10. With Windows Hello, you don't have to type your password anymore. Windows Hello was designed with security and usability of our users in mind. With Windows Hello, you get credentials that are resilient to theft because we don't have any password that the user can steal or reuse. It's resilient to breach because we are not saving any shared secret on our servers. With Windows Hello, we inherently build for you a single sign-on experience. It supports PIN, the biometric, of course, the fingerprint, or companion device. So let's go to Visual Studio, and I'm going to show you how we can take our WPF app and add Windows Hello API to it.
Hey, Vlad, how fast is this thing?
It's really fast, you see?
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to open the code here. And I'm going to unmark this section of code, and I'm going to go through it in a second. I'm going to call it from the upload button. Remember the upload button that we upload the picture to the server. So I'm going to validate the identity of our users before uploading it to the server. So the first thing that I'm doing here, I'm defining this interop class, and basically to bridge the types between the WPF and the UWP word. Then in the authenticate user and upload, I'm creating this interop class here. And then I'm calling a standard request verification for window async function that I'm going to do the same way in the pure UWP development. Then I'm registering for the delegate here on the completion. And once I validate the user identity, I will only then upload it to the server. So let's compile it.
Vlad, I have a challenge for you. A lot of people say you and I look alike. So as part of your demo, I want to see if it's going to validate me instead of you, and see if Windows Hello thinks we look alike as well.
Okay. Challenge accepted. Let's check it out. So I'm going to add the picture here to the cart again. But before hitting the upload button,
all right.
Over. Yeah, hit
Let's see what Windows Hello thinks of us. Come on. Thank you, Windows Hello. I don't look like him.
Here we go. You see, it's really, really fast. So only once I hit OK here, and it validates my identity, only then we're going to upload it, and the upload finished successfully, as you can see.
Very nice.
Cool. So let's go back to the slides here. So now I'm going to show you a demo of an MFC app that were built 20 years ago, and I'm going to add a push notification to it. The app going to get the notification even if it's running or even if it's not. If it's running, it's going to process the payload in the app itself. But if it's not running, I'm going to modernize this app with a UWP component with a background task that will run in the background on behalf of the app and receive the notification for it. It can then save it to the disk, save it to the database, or pop up a toast notification to our users to let them know that we received the notification. So let's go to Visual Studio again. Let's go through the solution here. So this is my original application that I built long time ago. It's an MFC push. Then the next project, it's my UWP background task that I added here. The next project is just a test project. It's a test server that we're going to validate the notification, that we received the notification. Then we have the store packaging that basically packaged all the binaries that I need as an Apex. And the last project is the UWP features. And I'm using this project as an example for you, that I can refactor all my Windows 10 APIs in a separate project and distribute the same solution to my Windows 7 users and to my Windows 10. On Windows 7, this DLL won't be loaded, and it's basically going to be no op for my app. I actually went ahead and submitted this app to the Windows Store. So I'm going to go and show you. This is my application here. I'm going to pin it to start. Let's run it and see how it works. So as you can see, this is my fancy UI.
Oh, you put a lot of time into this.
Oh, yeah. Then I'm going to run my test push server application here. Let's see if we're receiving the push notification. Here we go. So this is while the application is running. So the app got the payload and processed it. Let me close the application now and send the push notification again. Here we go. Now the background task received the notification on behalf of the app. In the past, we used to run application all the time, and it consumes a lot of resources. Last time I checked, I have 20 applications running without me even consent for them. And they consume a lot of CPU. It's like 1 gigabyte of my CPU is going for application that I don't know what they're doing there. So with this approach, we can run code just when we need it.
Awesome. You're telling the truth. I verified it.
Let's go back to the slides. So let's talk about Visual Studio Mobile Center. And you're probably wondering why I'm talking about Mobile Center in a session about desktop applications. So the Mobile Center was designed for iOS, Android, and UWP apps. So now that we packaged our solution as an Apex, we are a UWP app. Once we packaged our application as an Apex, we can leverage and modernize not only our code, but we can modernize also our deployment processes and engineering practices. I'm talking here about your build servers that are responsible for your continuous integration and continuous delivery, your analytics, your test, your beta distribution. The Visual Studio Mobile Center brings all these tools together so you can create your entire DevOps pipeline in one place. The Visual Studio Mobile Center brings all these services under one umbrella that makes it easier to you to integrate with your product lifecycle. So let me recap. What did we learn today? We learned how easy it is to take our current solution and packages and as an Apex, as a Windows application packaging package, then distribute it to the Windows Store or to the Microsoft Store for Business. We also learned how we can take our current solution and migrate all the state, including the pins and the tiles, to our modern application, then distribute the same solution to Windows 7 and to our Windows 10 users. Then we covered how you can modernize your solution, how easy it is to take the existing Windows 10 features that we are building and integrate them in our application.
All right, just wanted to tell you some resources before we head over for Q&A. So we have tons of documentation available online for you to read on the desktop bridge. So we have a lot of documentation on the converter, the parameters that I showed you earlier. That was only a small subset of what you can do with the desktop app converter. We have a ton of samples on GitHub. Feel free to go and use them to enhance your apps or to even do the migration scenario that I showed you earlier. And then if that's not enough, we've done a full course of, I think it's more than 6 hours of content, video content, available on Microsoft Virtual Academy, and the link is available for you there. And this will be published after the session. All right, I wanted to thank everyone for coming here, and let me know if you have any questions. We open the floor for any questions. Thank you.